Good morning and welcome to Daylight with Dean, number 227 on November 29th, 2020. I thought I was all ready to go in filming Daylight. I'd spent a lot of time getting ready, everything connected and hooked up, and I hit start, and then I realized I had no way to check the sound, so I had to go to the other room and get the laptop and then get everything together so that we could see if I have sound. I had to go to the other room. Sounds like we got a winner. Winner, turkey dinner. Okay, I know it's chicken dinner. Good morning. I'm so grateful that you're here with me this morning. And it is time for great sip of coffee. I have my gifted all I need is a little bit of coffee and a whole lot of Jesus today. And today's going to be a whole lot of Jesus day. So I thought that mug would be fitting. So let's enjoy our first sip of coffee together this morning. Did I already say winner, chicken dinner? Whew. That's good stuff. Wow. Well, I came on just about at sunrise this morning. And went to bed last night at 9:30 and slept till 6:30. And if my calculations are correct, this early in the morning, they may not be, that's 9 hours of sleep. 9 hours of very much needed sleep. I told you yesterday kind of my schedule. Well, the one part I didn't know for sure if it would happen was after the wedding at about 2:50, Leslie and I drove to Greensburg to meet my sister and brother-in-law, and they were heading back to Michigan. And we drove and met them at King's Restaurant and just had a delightful visit. And got all caught up, had not spoke with my sister or seen her face to face in forever, and hadn't spoken with her in, felt like 2 months. I mean, it just seemed like forever. So we went and shared just a delightful time with them, got caught up on so many things, and then they had to get heading out, and we were less than a mile from DeLello's. So as you can see, made a stop at DeLello's, the authentic Italian marketplace, got a loaf of Talonica bread, and then since the last time I've been at DeLello's, I started hearing about the Biscotti brothers biscotti they make, or they sell there, and I didn't know anything about them. So I bought half a dozen variety pack, different flavors of biscottis from DeLello's. So all my friends that every time you come into town, you make sure you hit Biscotti Brothers biscottis at DeLello's. But the one I'm most looking forward to are the odds and ends cornbread biscotti. Now, I'm a sucker for cornbread. I love cornmeal, whether it's in stuffing, whether it's in cream of wheat, whether it's in taco shells, soft tacos. I love cornmeal. And this cornbread, I snuck a little snippet of it last night, and it was very, very, very exciting. So we went there, and then my wife said, well, why don't, because I had to go pick something up, let's see, my window in my sunroom that broke in August when the tree branch fell on it. I got my new window. Thanks so much to Ballones Glass. They went to bat for me to make sure that I got that before Thanksgiving so that I could install it over Thanksgiving break. And they really, the company they ordered it from, the first one they made was had a big scratch on it. And so they weren't able to bring it, and the lady kept insisting to make sure that we got it before Thanksgiving, and she called me Wednesday morning and said, we have your window. And so thank you so much, Ballones Glass. Appreciate all your help with that. Again, if you need anything glass in the Alley-Kiski Valley, Ballones is the place to go. And so what am I trying to say? So my friend, who's a contractor that lives in Greensburg, he used to install these sunrooms, and he had some of the rubber gaskets that you use to seal the windows. And so he had it for me, and so I was heading there to get the gasket, and Leslie said as we drove by Marshall's, well, why don't you just drop me off at Marshall's, and I will wrap up some of my Christmas shopping, and you can run to Terry's and get the gasket. And I said, that's fine. So I went there, dropped her off, went to Terry's, got the gaskets. So excited about that. And then Sam's Club was in that parking lot, and their gas, since we're Sam Club's members, is like 3-4 cents a gallon cheaper even than it is at the Sam's Club in Tarentum. So I stopped there, filled up with gas, and then I ventured into Marshall's. And I spent probably about 45 minutes in Marshall's. Probably. It felt like 3 hours. Leslie kept apologizing to me. She goes, I'm so sorry. I was like, it is okay. Because on Black Friday, Leslie and my 3 daughters went shopping all day long and had the best day ever, the 4 of them together. And for me, that was the best way to do it, have the 4 of them go shopping together. And so I did find a couple things. This is one of them. You're like, why did you pay any money for that shirt? Well, it was marked down to $10. And it's a Puma brand. And I'm quite fond of Puma brand anything. And it's Puma basketball, which I'm not a basketball player. But at first I thought this was like the Charlie Brown shirt with the squiggly lines. But when I showed it to my son, because he likes basketball and likes Puma, and he's like, cool. And I said, what do you think that? He goes, that's the teeth of the Puma. I'm like, oh yeah. So I got a great $10 lounge wear shirt that I'll be wearing around the house all winter. And it was a great evening. We got home at 7:30, and I was exhausted. Heated up the last of my oyster casserole leftovers that I made for Thanksgiving. Delicious. And finished off my mother's recipe of apricot salad or apricot salad. Apricot jello salad, sorry. Apricot jello salad. My wife made it with cranberry jello salad, and it was good. Finished that off, sat in my recliner, and then here's to me, guys. Watched 5-star Christmas movie on the Hallmark Channel with my wife. She pre-recorded it, and so we were watching it, got to skip through the commercials, And I have to tell you, of all the Hallmark movies, this one felt the least like a Hallmark movie. It was very funny and very good. We got about a half hour yet to go, and at 9:30 I told Leslie, I can't do it anymore. I got to go to bed. And so we paused it, so I got another half hour of Hallmark movies with Leslie. 5-star Christmas. Guys, check it out. It's, of all the Hallmark movies, I think you'll like it. So that was great. I woke up at 6:30, and I'm like, wow, I really just slept 9 hours. So today is Sunday. We have our church service in New Kensington at 200 Freeport Road. 2 services this morning, 9:15 and 10:30. Want to invite you to come masked up, face covered, ready to worship together and be together. We have some surprise gifts for people that come. Don't have to give you a heads up on those, but we do. Very excited to be able to bless everyone with those. And so that's tomorrow. That's today. I need some more coffee. That's today, 9:15 and 10:30. I woke up yesterday morning thinking it was Sunday morning. I find that when Thursday happens on Thanksgiving week, that it feels like a Friday and just throws my days into chaos. So if you are not able to join us in person at the river, want to invite you to enjoy our online worship experience. We stream that and premiere it on Facebook and on YouTube at 8 a.m. So you just search The River New Ken, not The River New Kensington, but The River New Ken Facebook or The River New Ken YouTube, and you can watch it. We showed our in-laws how to hold the remote speaker button on their Comcast remote and say, The River New Ken YouTube, and it pulls it up, and they can watch the service on the big TV, and they really enjoy that. My father-in-law, the last several weeks, have been getting up, getting dressed, putting on his dress shirt and necktie, getting all ready for church so they can watch it together on the big TV. And I hope that you will make it a priority today to do that as well. It premieres at 8, and then it's available anytime after that as well. And the sermon today, quite excited about it. I interviewed a couple people and let them share kind of their calling and their story, because we are partnering with them and supporting them and cannot wait. We film, I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. Maybe I already did yesterday, I think. But we filmed in the courtyard of the Need Community Cafe. Just some beautiful place to film. We filmed there and found a great deal of just goodwill being expressed to Need Community Cafe, because it planted itself right in the middle of New Kensington and put a stake in the ground and said, we are going to give back to this community. We are going to bless this community. We're going to be a bright light in this community. And so near the end of the message, you'll get to meet Kevin and Mary Bodie and all they're giving their life to. And you'll also get to meet Fred Neal, the pastor of a church plant in our neighboring community in Lower Burrell. We filmed at their facility they're buying 3 weeks ago, I think, the former Christian Alliance Church. in Lower Burrell. We filmed at their facility, and so I got to interview him and have him share near the end of the message as well. And we're wrapping up part 2 of our sermon series called Thanks a Lot. Living with radical gratitude. And how when we live with gratitude, generosity just kind of flows from us and through us. And I have to tell you, I've always been a 20% tipper. Like anytime I'm at a restaurant and we get the bill, I tip 20%. And to me, that has felt generous enough. So I'm pretty stingy when it comes to my 20% tip. And the red kettle bell that shows up this time of year, the red kettle and the bell ringers, I might throw a little bit of change in. So yesterday or Friday night, we went to dinner at that new restaurant in New Kensington called The Bottle, or Bottle it's simply called. Had a delightful meal, had an appetizer, 2 entrees, and it was $37. And I'm like, yes. And then I was leaving my tip, and I decided, instead of leaving a $7 tip, I nearly doubled it and left a $13 tip. The evening was a $50 night, which was a great night for Leslie and I. But I left a $50 tip, and it was just phenomenal. It was great. I felt like, oh, this is what not being stingy with a 20% tip feels like. And so then when we went to King's yesterday, I wanted to buy the meal for my sister and brother-in-law. They're the ones that had the expense of traveling for Thanksgiving and all this. So when we were all done with everything, the waiter walked by. I said, "Could I have the bill, please?" And she's like, "Well, I was going to pay." I'm like, "No, I got it. Now, I ordered a $10 cheeseburger. My sister and brother, my wife was not that hungry, so she just had tea. And my sister and brother-in-law, they ordered just desserts. So I wasn't being a saint. It wasn't that much. But the bill came, and it was like $27. And so, $5, a little over $5 tip. I was going to be golden with my 20%. And the Lord's just kind of whispering, why don't you not be stingy with a 20% tip? Why don't you be over generous? So again, I threw in an extra $8 and left 40 there for our experience, and just felt good. So then I had $10 cash, and we went to DeLello's, and all that we bought from DeLello's really surprised me. It was just like $37. It wasn't nearly as much as I thought it was going to be. And so I still had that. I paid with my debit card. I still had that $10 bill in my pocket. And that lady sitting there ringing the bell for the Salvation Army. And I'm like, I've never put a $10 bill in there in my life. Oh, and the Lord whispered, why don't you be generous? Aren't you preaching on generosity this Sunday? I'm like, yes, I am. And I took that $10 bill and put it in the kettle. And I have to tell you what, those 3 intentional moments of generosity above and beyond, they felt so good. My stingy 20% tipper, now thinking forward, if I just leave a 20% tip, I'm going to feel guilty. But, oh my, that felt good. And the reality is, the Lord has blessed. The Lord has blessed me and my family and my life, and why would I not pass blessing on? Why would I not be generous? Why would I not live generously? Well, the reason is because I'm kind of selfish at heart, and the Lord is working on me about that. And being generous is his primary way right now to work on me about that. And so I'm so excited for today's message, because I talk about when you have so much gratitude in your heart and you don't express it through generosity, you become like a dead end of God's blessing. They just end with you, and then they kind of rot and spoil in your own self, and then that's where the blessing ends. But whenever we, not because we're coercion, not because we're made to, but because we want to. My wife said coerced. Not because we are forced to or manipulated to, but just because we want to be those who pass on the blessings that we have experienced. And so I want to ask you to join in the message today. And I want to invite you to ask God, how do you want me to be generous this holiday season? Is it through not being stingy with only a 20% tip? Is it through giving in the red kettle when you walk by it? Is it through carrying cash around just so you can bless whoever the Lord whispers in your ear, bless them? I want to invite you to prayerfully consider how the Lord might be leading you this Christmas season, this end of year, to be generous. I'm excited about what God's doing in my spirit and look forward to what he might do in yours as well. Well, guys, I'm going to get going. Have some Talonica bread to toast and enjoy for my breakfast this morning. Also have our 8 a.m. premiere. I want to post it on my Facebook page and also create a watch party and invite every single friend I can to join me in the watch party. I don't invite through Messenger. I just invite, when you click on invite, it starts bringing people's names up, and I search all 4 of my family members, like the Tomers, the Wards, the Hetricks, and the Englishes first, invite all them. I invite all my friends from the Pallone family, and then after that, I just start going down the list, and usually by the end of the sermon, I'm able to invite everyone that's name shows up, and I come to the end of that list, and I love inviting people to join that watch party. And I usually get around the mid-20s in viewership, like watching at the same time. Last week I hit like 29. It's my goal to hit over 30 people this week on my watch party. So I'd love to invite you to enjoy my watch party. So I think that's it, guys. Thanks for spending this time with me. Can't wait till I get to see you tomorrow. Have a blessed Sunday. And hopefully my friend and I will be putting in my window this afternoon after church because we have a sunny, non-rainy day. It looks like tomorrow might be rain, so hopefully we'll be able to hit that today after church. So God bless you all. Oh, I get to pray. Let me pray. Jesus, thank you so much for today. Thank you for the joy that you've placed in my heart today. That is the direct result of willingly surprising myself with expressions of generosity when they show up. Father, please create in me a sustained, generous spirit. on every level of my life, my time, my abilities, my finances and resources, all that you've entrusted to me. May I be generous with it, because it's really not mine. It's all yours. And as I learn to give your stuff away in a way that blesses others in a heightened way, I pray, Lord, that I would obey your whispers and your promptings and your leadings. And Father, I pray that we as a people, we as followers, would be marked by generosity and gratitude. God, we're so grateful. Just so grateful for the profound ways you have blessed our lives. We love you, Jesus. Amen. God bless you, everybody. Can't wait till I get to see you tomorrow. Bye.